Ho, ho, ho. What's up, everybody? It's JD Temple here in the light of the darkness. Welcome, everybody here. Merry Christmas. Freezing up already. What the fuck happened? Oh, I don't know what just happened. Some weird shit just happened, but I'm not surprised. Like technical difficulties, brownouts, power outages, internet disruptions. All of that is to be expected. But how is everybody? Thank you for all being here, everybody that is here. Merry Christmas once again. I know that Gustavo is here. Jeremiah Smith is here. What's up, Jeremiah? And happy 1 year anniversary on your chosen ones. Soul family membership. Hey, Mistress Morticia, what's up? Good to see you too. Hope that you had a good Christmas. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of other people that will be in here joining us today, hopefully, because I did make a little short and put the word out there. So hopefully there'll be some people that'll be coming in. And we've had a lot of new people that have been showing up, and that's freaking awesome. I'm sure this year in 2025, I know I can see already, and we'll get into this. It's a lot of crazy shit going on, but I do believe that by and large, there is redemption and success in 2025 by and large, like for real. But there's certain things that we are all going to have to do individually and collectively in order to make this happen. Because we're kind of down to a critical point right now. We're down to some critical points where we really do have to make some serious timeline jumps and adjustments in order to not end up in a very dark place for maybe another 5 to 10 years. Because it all does go in cycles. Everything goes in cycles. Everything has its seasons. Everything in your own personal life works that way as well. When it comes to relationships, when it comes to careers, when it comes to education, when it comes to your talents, there's periods of time where you're fostering all of those skills. There's timelines where you haven't achieved greatness yet. But there will come a timeline wherein you will have arrived. You will have sharpened that skill set and you'll become a master. And it's wild because it seems like, you gradually get there, right? You gradually get there, but like, no, you literally like leave one whole lifetime behind. And that version of yourself stays there. It's not really literally like that you've just grown and attained these new skills. You've literally become a brand new version. There is a time and a place in which that person exists. And that is really like, I think that's what we're all going for. And we're going to talk about that, here tonight. What's up, Cora? Merry Christmas to you. And T-Man, what's up? T-Man said, yo, just came by to wish you very Merry Christmas. Can't stay, but just wanted to drop by for a spell. Hell yeah, brother. Let me lay one on you. Nice little blessing there, T-Man. What's up, Dan? Hell yeah, dude. Good to see you, dude. Good to see you. Good to see you. We need a little ambiance, don't we, for this joyous festive occasion. What's up, Taylor? Haven't seen you in a while, man. Hey, Merry Christmas to you too. Yeah. Just gonna kind of ease into this thing a little bit here this evening. Let me just hit this jump for a second. Give some people some time to come up on in here. Whatever you want to throw up there in the chat, feel free. You can ask questions. You can make comments. If you know any good jokes, if you got any good stories or anecdotes, all of that is all good here. And really like whatever you want to talk about. Even the Christians are welcome here, you know? And we've been getting a lot of them lately. They're all welcome here. Everybody's welcome here. We're going to light some frankincense here for tonight's Christmas stream. I've got some extremely high quality frankincense for you guys. And I'll also have a candle that we're all going to bless with Lucifer's energy and essence for all of us. We're going to be doing that. We're going to be doing some psychic readings. We're going to be doing some Luciferian Reiki, little mini healing session for everybody here in a little bit. So tonight's stream is going to have all kinds of good stuff in it. A little bit of something for everyone. Yeah, dude. Yep, I'll be doing some little psychic readings. You know, you guys can ask me some things and I'll do my best to help you. I'll do my best to tap in and see what's up and just tell you what I see. Or I guess you would say, I'll give you my advice based on what I see. For entertainment purposes only. So we get that going a little in here, boy. Oh yeah, let's turn this music down just a little tad. So, blah, blah, blah. Someone asked a question about Beelzebub. I gotta scroll down, oh, sorry. Okay, so let's see here. Brother, what does Beelzebub have to say today? Well, the first thing he says is this music is a little too extra. This might be better. Okay. So Jeremiah says, brother, what does Beelzebub have to say today? For you to definitely go on a walk. If you have some woods near your house, I would go there maybe an hour before sunset, maybe do this tomorrow. Take a notebook with you, go and sit under a tree that you're guided to, like you'll be guided to this tree, you'll see it, it'll stand out amongst all the other trees, and then go and sit with your back against that tree. I would suggest if you can, if it's not too cold, take your shoes off, ground your feet into the earth, open up to him. If you want to take a sigil and gaze into it to open it, and then literally just spend that 30 minutes dictating whatever it is comes through, whatever message comes through. He's got something he wants to tell you, but this, what he's doing in getting you out into this isolated area alone is to really be able to have you with no interference. And he's ready to like begin to deliver some pretty important information to you, but that's kind of how he wants it to be done. So go for that. Yeah. Oh shit, Mr. Morticia says I'm getting my herb. Yeah, I got me some herb over here too. Got me a little jump the other day. And what? Who the hell is out there? What? Ha. Oh. That's just Boo Goo out there. Hiding from me. But yeah, we're gonna be hitting this jump. Oh man. I didn't go crazy on the alcohol last night. I mean, not at all. I drank some liquor, but none today. And I'm really literally not planning on drinking at all. Maybe in a few more social things, like 1 or 2 drinks or something, but really and truly, I need to stop. I just need to stop. So I'm trying to do that. And really and truly, herb is the best way to do it. I mean, you can't go wrong there, really, you know. You're welcome. Absolutely. Miss Labyrinth and Void said, Merry Christmas, Happy Yule, Lucifer bless us, everyone. Hell yeah. Thank you for that. Taylor Gang said, tell me about Thenophor. You're familiar. Thenophor, you're familiar. Definitely wants to see more discipline. wants to see some more discipline in your life, in whatever areas those are lacking. I think that's going to be a theme for you this year. It's going to be a theme for a lot of us this year, but that's coming through for you, big time. And then, again, it's in a few areas. Like, you're doing great in most areas, but there's some things that need to be improved upon. And this may not even be spiritually speaking. Um, every area of our life is important and vital, and we kind of have to pay equal attention to all of the areas lest we fall behind and get in a rut and get all discombobulated. But yeah, I would do that. Jose Munez, hey there. JD Temple, hey there to you, my friend. Star Ruby Corsi, hey, Merry Christmas. How are you doing? He said, Jose said, Merry Christmas, Happy Yule, and Winter Solstice. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. What's up, Christy? Hey. Oh, absolutely, Jeremiah. It's my pleasure. Mistress Morticia said, I'm an ex-alcoholic. Like, I can't, but I miss wine and Guinness like the taste. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I basically drink nothing but bourbon, but also I'll drink like IPAs, like the tall IPA beers that are like 9 or 10%. And like, really and truly, I mean, like, most days I only drink like 2 of those. Like, really, it's, but 2 of those will really get you pretty effed up. And if you do it every day, it just kind of like, you know, um, so it's not like I'm like out of hand. It's just something that I know, it's like, it's a little pinhole in my ship that will eventually sink it if I don't tend to it. And so really that's one of the big themes, at least that I have been getting. A lot of psychics out there saying a lot of things about 2025, and typically they say a lot of the same things every year, not always. um, but I can see that this year that it's going to be one of those years where those important things in your life, like the things that you're shackled to, the things that you're dragging around and that you've been dragging around, the things that you um, like, that you just do everything that you can to avoid and not face. um, this is hugely spiritually significant, because what I'm talking about, the types of things that I'm talking about, these insane burdens that we carry, these addictions, these psychological obsessions, and just different things that have like strangleholds in our life, or like it's kind of like similar really to what they talk about in like spiritual deliverance, like when you have like strongholds. Okay. And I'm going to kind of use their verbiage here on that, but like it really is specifically tied to like spiritual warfare, and it's spiritual warfare with yourself. Like, this year is really like a big year of breaking bonds, spiritual bondage. But see, the thing of it is, it's not coming from a place for 99% of us where it's like something that's been afflicted by a spirit. Like, for those of us that work with magic, like, yeah, that could be the case at times. Like, people could send a spirit to you to wreak havoc and mess with you for a little bit. Or you could be, you could have a spirit that creeps in an evocation that'll latch on and kind of cause some problems. But like, it's more than that. Like, this is about deeply embedded, deeply rooted spiritual bondage of things that really are preventing you from stepping into that new timeline and becoming that person. Like, literally, these are chains and bonds that are literally holding you back from ever realizing that true potential and stepping into your destined timeline. Like, we all have a destiny to be great. We all have a destiny to be spectacular, not just ordinary, not just okay, but top notch, cream of the crop, chosen one type of special attributes. Like we all have those, and they're latent in our energetic bodies and within us at this point in time in this timeline. That's not who we are. However, we do already exist in that other timeline. We just have to make that connection and step into it. But it makes it impossible to ever do that if certain conditions are present in this current timeline. Because it's like what I was shown, really by Lilith, years ago, is that the spirits that you're closest with, your patron deities, they are literally chained up, and their power is negated tremendously in your life when you ignore certain things and when you refuse to do certain things, when you go against your own conscience and your own voice of, like, the authentic voice of God, which is your conscience. It's always telling you, and like, you always know what you need to do. However, we're reluctant to do the most important things that would make the most significant difference. We're all terrified of that. Like, and it all boils down to, really and truly, for a lot of us, is that we're scared to death to realize truth, that we are fucking awesome and that we are worthy of that type of greatness and that we are that great. I think so many of us have, myself included, I know I have so much self-hatred, and that self-hatred will show up in so many different areas of my life and take on different forms. And like, I can look at like 4 or 5 different areas and find the reason for that is I hate myself. The reason for this is because I hate myself. The reason for that is also because I fucking hate myself. And this situation over here, yeah, it's because I hate myself, right? Like blah, 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 blah. Like, holy shit, this version of JD that literally hates himself can never, ever be that ultimate version that he knows he is and is capable of if he will not do X, Y, and Z. Like, there's conditions. And when you make these big changes, like, not only are you cultivating like huge breakthroughs in your life, but spiritually speaking, the same thing is happening for the spirits that you work with. If you're bound, they're bound. When you unshackle yourself, you're unshackling them too. And then not only are you powerful now, not only are they powerful now, you're going to be able to do 100 times more with both of you unencumbered than you would have ever thought possible. And like, I've had glimpses of this, but it's not something that I have entirely realized myself yet, because there's still so many things on my list personally that I refuse to address and that I refuse to really make moves on. And it's fear. It's fear. It's all fear. Like, why in the hell would you be afraid of success? Why in the hell would you be afraid of what it takes to be this, and that, and the other? Yeah, it's a lot of work. It is. Anything you want to do, gaining any great degrees of this and that and the other, it is all going to take commitment, which a lot of us struggle with in many areas of our life. Making any kind of commitment takes some discipline. Yeah, so many of us probably have none at all. I am one that, holy shit, if I could only fucking get disciplined, like, you would never stop me. And that goes for all of you out there. If we can embrace that right attitude, if we can not allow fear to hold us back, if we can stop caring what other people think, and truly live our lives based on how we see fit, like based on how you see fit, not because of their influence or their influence or that one, whatever the fuck they say. Does that does that even matter? No, because they are not you. A lot of people have a lot of great advice. I try to give advice. It's not all great, whatever. But what I'm saying is, like, at the end of the day, like, what really matters and you know, like, I'm one of those too. Like, I can just get knocked off my shit so easy if someone is just like, oh no, that's not right. I don't know about that. Are you sure about this? Are you sure about that? No. And in like 1 second, I'm like, ugh, like, yeah, you're right. Shit, what was I thinking? You know, like, no, dude. Fuck that. Okay? It can't be that way. I'm sorry, but it just can't be that way. And yes, you're responsible. You are. Whether you listen to them and what they say to do or not, you are responsible. You know, if you listen to them and you still fail, you're responsible. And if you don't listen to them and you fail, you're still responsible. But also, too, if you don't listen to them and you win, yeah, you're responsible. You're responsible for your own success because you did what you knew was right to do. Right? I don't know. But let me, I don't know where that came from, but let's, I want to go back to the chat and catch back up there. And then we will continue with it, okay? So, hey, Coatang, what's up, brother? Hell yeah, dude. And JS Garrett, dude. Hell yeah, man. What's up, y'all? Thanks for being here, brothers. I love you so much. And I'm going to come through here and say hi to everybody else that's here because Merry Christmas and I appreciate you very much. Jose Munoz said, I like a psychic reading. Yes, I will get, we're going to be doing those. I don't want to miss anyone. So, yeah. 1 second, y'all. Lori Stewart, Merry Christmas. Gustavo, hey, brother. Christy, Jeremiah Smith, Freedom Fighter, Merry Christmas. Mistress Morticia. Oh, she said, I think I'll get some sparkling grape juice. That stuff's really good. And the non-alcoholic champagne. Oh, yeah, that stuff's really good. Oh, yeah. Because I do like the taste, too. For me, those carbonated waters like LaCroix and shit kind of remind me of like an alcohol bite, kind of like that. Friar Pestle, what's up, dude? And Marshall Burlew, what's up? Merry Christmas, Zoe. Hey, just discovered the channel. Hey, well, awesome, Zoe. Well, welcome to the Soul family. Welcome to the collective here. You're always welcome. And Miss Labyrinth and Boyd, what's up? Taylor Gang. Dan Best, Connor Beliski, what's up, brother? EA Co-Wedding, my man, what's up, dude? Star Ruby Corsi, hey, Star Ruby. JS Garrett, I love you, brother. Dan Best, I think I've gotten everybody. No, Drakumum or Dralukmum. Happy holidays. Been working with Belial as I have been dealing with quitting drinking. Definitely feeling like a time breaking bonds. Yeah, I have been working with him prior to on that. And for the longest time, he was literally making me violently ill every time I drank. But I muscled through that shit. And I guess he relented for now. And it's only because of me. It's only because he doesn't want to waste his time with me until I'm serious. And before, I just wasn't serious. I got to get serious. Once I'm serious, when you come to him with a sincere heart, you know, and that's the thing, when you really want to make these changes magically, spiritually, you have to be sincere about it. You have to be sincere. It's got to be coming like from your heart. And I know for a lot of people, especially in today's world, a lot of people really don't even understand what that exactly means. And that's fucking crazy. And they don't really know how to actually get there. Like, I think that they could do it as far as like mechanically speaking, they could go through the motions and do it and make it look like they're doing it, but I don't think they actually can do it. And, you know, sincerity is fucking important. You know when someone's not sincere, right? Of course. You don't think for a second those demons don't know when you ain't being sincere. They know when I'm not being sincere. And when I'm not sincere, I stay away, from the evocation circle anyways. It's not that I'm not in constant communication with them all day, every day anyway, and meditating with them in every chance I get. Like, anyone that knows me knows will tell you that. I'm not usually present in the moment, or at least it doesn't seem like I am, because usually there's so much going on in my mind. I really have to work hard to be present because, when you're an open channel, it just is like, it's just unrelenting. And it's really crazy too, like, especially if you're around people that you're really close to, they work with spirits as well. They're going through craziness on their own path. They're working magic, you're working magic. Realities begin to start to clash and bleed through one into the other, and the push pull and the just getting pulled apart, they can get pretty wacky. What's up, Drum Witch? Merry Christmas to you. Hell yeah, JS said just smash that like button. Smash that like button, y'all. Thank you so much. And thank you, EA, for the support on that too. Hell yeah. And Friar Pestle, thank you, Friar Pestle. He said, I am not fond of Crapville or Crapsburg or Town of Crap. Yeah, me neither, man. Fuck those shitholes. They're all shitholes. Salem, happy holidays to you too. And Taylor Gang said, I hope everyone is having a great Christmas. Nina, the Mystic Truther. What's up, Nina? Greetings, everyone. Good to see you, Nina. Man, like me and Nina, Friar Pestle, EA, JS, like, gosh, man, like, we go back so long, like 8, 9, 10 years, maybe more than that. Between 8 and 10 years. It's pretty crazy, huh? Like, where did that freaking time go? Like, holy shit, it's fucking weird, isn't it? What's up, Phoenix? Phoenix Raid. Hey, dude. Merry Christmas, everyone. To you too, Salem. And Operation Esoterica is back again, and I can pretty much guess what he was saying, right? Probably something like, Lilith, ride me, make me your BDSM slave or something, right? Is that what it was? Nellie Dean said, please don't say such things about yourself. Well, yeah, I mean, we all try not to, but we're all our own worst enemy. I mean, really and truly. If you're not, then you're weird. But you're awesome. If you don't have that harshest critic in the world, that's yourself, that's just like up your own ass all day, every day, unfortunately, my little voice got programmed in the incorrect way when I was younger. And so now, we're all working hard on reconditioning our minds and our emotions, releasing that trauma and rewiring that part of ourself that is like, hey, dude, like, you're a winner. You're awesome. You're the shit. and you should fucking know it. But it's crazy. It really fucking is. Your environment will make or break you. Your environment can absolutely destroy you. If you got enough people around you in your proximity that negative, or that some kind of way makes you feel and think those kinds of things about yourself, like, you're going to believe it at some point. You're just going to believe it. And then it just becomes a conditioning. It becomes your culture of knowing that you suck. And that's like really unfortunate, but that's what happens to a lot of us. And we don't even know it, really. Like, we kind of do, if you can think back to, like, wow, they said this and this and that repeatedly all the time, but it didn't really get to me. Maybe that one point part did, but I think a lot of that shit gets to us. And we will carry it into the new timeline. And it's just so vital, that in the next 3 months to, like, really start taking a close look at yourself. Spend time in solitude as much as you can. Really take a look at where your prior influences have been and where they come from and what they're about. Like, where you're spending your most time and attention focused on, like, what has it been? Like, a lot of people, if they've been in the matrix fog for any period of time, don't even know what the fuck they've been doing. They don't even know what they are doing or what they want to do. It's a runaway rowboat in a stream with no oars, just getting tossed to and fro and down the stream. It looks like we're going to keep going straight, I guess. Into what? I don't fucking know. And that's kind of like where a lot of us are, I think, and I mean, I'm there a lot, but wouldn't it be nice to have a plan? Wouldn't it be nice to have some direction? Wouldn't it be nice to have some real goals? Wouldn't it be nice to actually be able to accomplish them, like, for real? And you can. But when you do certain things for too long, when you do certain things that, like, go against everything that it would take to obtain any good stuff and to become that person, like, it's important to take stock of where your time is going. Like, where are you allocating your time? Where are you putting your energy? And if you really do that, like, you'll see, like, wow, not putting my energy into, like, jack shit. And, like, if you're not putting your energy into jack shit, then you will feel like shit. There's no way that you will not. There's been times in my life where I've literally just been rotting away day after day after day after day, doing the same fucking thing, bored out of my motherfucking mind, like, anxious as a motherfucker too, right? Bored, anxious, depressed, and that will literally kill you. It will literally make it to where you will begin to believe that you are not capable anymore of doing anything. And so keep moving, keep creating. Like, everybody in here that's in this motherfucking chat, you are all highly spiritual, creative people, artists, sorcerers, practitioners, musicians, writers, like, you name it. Like, that's what we're here to do, like, to manifest new things and ideas in this world. Like, our job as magicians, we are really literally running the show. Not quite yet, though. We're learning how. We're learning how by basically sparring magically with the Matrix. And like that's what we've been doing, you know. Our little conscious minds have been battling a supercomputer demigorgon fucking like whatever you want to call it for since the beginning of time. And we're finally beginning to like really give it a run for its money. And we're feeling it. We're feeling it. And like what's like, why are we all feeling so crazy? Why is the earth so crazy? Like what the hell is going on? As within, so without, man. Like everything that's happening inside of us is being reflected in what we're seeing in our physical reality every day, and vice versa. Everything that we're seeing in our physical reality is being reflected inside of our bodies too. There's things that we have to reconcile. There's things that we've got to get rid of. There's things that we need to have more of. There's things that we need to have less of. Like balance and like unburdening yourself, unburdening your fucking soul. And like once and for all, like finally removing toxicity like from your life. You know, like if it's drugs and shit, like substances, like you can do it. I would say really and truly, like that is really one of the easier ones, even though that is like insanely difficult. It's actually easier to deal with that than it is a lot of other things, like when it comes to like people and relationships and like careers and all of these things that like we define ourselves by. Those kind of things are like even they're even tougher to deal with and to face and to get straight. I'm just kind of reading y'all's chats here for a minute, y'all. Oh my gosh. Really quickly, y'all. Y'all got to hear this real quick. This is so beautiful. I hadn't heard this in a long time. So all of my daughters are extremely intelligent, extremely talented, especially musically. They're all good artists as well, but like they are all very, very musical. You know, like they go to governor schools and shit like that. They're awesome. Not that that means anything. What I just mean is like just they're just exceptional as far as I go. Like shit. they got they got the brains from their mother, they got the creativity from me, and so those two things combined are pretty awesome. But this is something that my buggy did. That's my middle daughter. I guess this was probably like 3 years ago or something. So she was probably about like 10 years old, I guess. And this was a live performance that she did. And it is so fucking beautiful. Okay. Okay. So this was 2 years ago. Okay. So this is December 24th, 2023. This is my daughter. I hope you guys enjoy it. We're just going to listen to it for a second. Okay. It's beautiful. I listened to it last night. I cried. So this is a live junk from her performance last year. So let's listen to it together, really. Shall we? Take a bong hit while we do. You know, it's from The Grinch and shit. No, don't cry for it. I know. I'm not going to cry anymore. Why can't I find you? Why have Hi there. I thought it was cute though. Oh man. Pretty dope, huh? Hey, Kathy Vargas. Merry Christmas. Aaron666, what's up, dude? Watching the Ravens game and your stuff from dinner? Hell yeah, dude. Mistress Morticia said, how much would it cost to fly us, JS Garrett, JD Temple, and EA for a group ritual? Just curious. Wow, man, I have no idea, but that would be freaking awesome. The best way to do that really would be to contact EA or JS, and we can all meet there at EA's house and do a group ritual. They do boot camps and things, and people come out and they do just that. I think it's probably around like $3,000 or so for 3 to 5 days. I'm not sure how many days. I think it's something like that. But yeah, that would be your best way to go about that. And, I have done rituals with both of those gentlemen. I mean, they are my best friends in the world. And it is so amazing. Like, I don't even know what words to even describe, like so spiritually moving, like really literally like the most insane religious experience that you could imagine. And that's what I have found through magic. And it's not to say that I have not had spiritual experiences in any of the churches, because I will say that I have. Not, all right, and I'm going to put it like this too. Not in the Presbyterian church, not in the Baptist church, not in the Church of the Nazarene, not in the Episcopal church. Trying to tell, and then not in any of the non-denominational churches, any of those types of denominations. I've never had any type of spiritual experience whatsoever. But in the Mormon church, I had many. There's definitely something going on strange there that I am not exactly sure what they are doing. But they're definitely tapping into a higher power. I will definitely tell you that for sure. And then on the other side of that, in the Catholic Church, I definitely had a lot of very strange spiritual experiences there, but they were all extremely dark. They were all, might I say, demonic. The Catholic Church really is my affiliation with the Catholic Church is what opened the doorway for me to step into black magic, sorcery, and witchcraft. I do feel that in many of these churches, spending some time in there is somewhat of an initiatory process. Like, that is an initiation. That is a witchcraft initiation, whether you realize it or not. There are I would say like almost like attunements that you go through, energetic attunements, things that definitely helped me to make sense out of things later on when entering into magic. The Catholic Church, that stuff, that plunged me into a whole world of spiritual warfare. that revolved around succubi, revolved around a succubus. But then also after that, then began to enter several other high-ranking demons. And my life was an absolute nightmare for probably at least 1.5 to 2 years. It ruled my life 24/7. It almost destroyed my business. It did destroy my marriage. It traumatized many, many members of my family to this day. Let's see. What else? It was crazy. It was fucking crazy. And the odd thing was this, is that while I was experiencing these things, the hardcore spiritual warfare, at this point in time, I'm still a Catholic. And I reached out for help. No one would really take it seriously. I had some weird, no, the deacon knew what was going on, but he was not letting that be known to anyone else. Like, I was literally like communicating with him telepathically when we would meet, he and my ex-wife and I. And I was someone that I was a lector in the masses and stuff. So I was active, I participated in the liturgy every week. I had my role and I took it seriously. And I also went to mass like on Wednesday, and I went Wednesday and Saturday. And then I was doing other things there too, here and there. And I started going through this craziness, right? And we reached out to them and told them, like, this is what's going on. And they were just like, he's probably just having a mental breakdown, or maybe he's gotten a hold of some weird chemicals in his warehouse, or blah, 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 blah. And I went and talked to them and told them what was going on. And, like, I wasn't just someone that didn't go to that church. I wasn't someone they didn't know. They knew who I was. They damn sure knew who I was. But for whatever reason, it's like, I guess most likely Belial, Azazel, Lucifer, they had other plans, and no one from that church ever came to try to help me do anything. Well, now I will say, no, I did get the deacon to come out and bless my warehouse, because it was crazy. And it actually got crazier after that, of course. But the more that I tried to combat this spiritual warfare situation, if you want to call it that, the more that I try to combat it using Judeo-Christian methods of banishing and exorcism and all of that, casting out demons and casting out strongholds and demonic entities and all of that shit, right? I was doing it, man. Had holy water, reading Psalms. Literally, and this is crazy, right? Literally, I was literally putting holy water in my dick hole before I got into bed and doing the same thing. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to mention that. I only talk about me. But anyway, yes, I was doing that, right? And the more that I did those types of things, the more intense everything got. It was crazy. It was crazy. And that somewhere along the way in it, of course, I began to realize the truth. I began to be led to certain websites and read certain books and information to begin to understand what was happening. And when I leaned into it, instead of trying to run from it or instead of trying to fight it, everything began to change, at least from the spiritual warfare standpoint. The demons still grabbed me and took me on a highway straight to fucking hell for 8 years or whatever it was. But during that time, I grew a lot and became the version of myself that I am now, which is nothing like who I was then. Um, and of course, like, you know, it's weird. I know it's weird for my family because it's like literally like I died. Like I'm not who I used to be, like at all, hardly. And so I like that would be very difficult for me too. If there was someone that I knew and that I loved very much, if they just actually became a whole entirely different person altogether. Well, let's say you're married to him and that happens or something like that would be crazy. Or if that was your mom or your dad or whoever, someone close to you, and it's really literally like they died and there's this whole other person there that they don't understand and they don't like too much, and it's freaking weird. It's weird for me too. You know, it made me feel like I was dead also. Like for a long time, I actually really did think I was dead. And I was believing that I was a spirit and that all of the interaction that I'm having with anyone is really a figment of my imagination because I think I'm alive, but I'm really dead. And like when I go see my daughters, it's like really me visiting them in their dreams, or it's them thinking about me, them having a daydream about like what it would be like, this, that, and the other. And like even this, like that this is not even happening, and that however this is coming through to you, it's not what you think it is. Right? Because I'm not really here anymore. But that here's the thing. I think that I'm alive. Like I believe I am, but at the same time I know I'm not. And the crazy thing too is like there might be a lot of us like that. And like just depending on what your life is like, especially concerning like people in the outside world and shit, like how those interactions go and like what that's like now and how different that is, like it is almost like whoa, like I've stepped through to the other side. It doesn't make any sense anymore. But I haven't come to the realization that I'm dead yet. Like something will happen, some crazy thing will happen, you know, where like the veil will be ripped apart, and in that moment you're gonna know the truth. Like, oh shit. Like shit. Like this is fucking like whoa. Yeah, hey fun boy, what's up? Yeah, it's really kind of like that. It's a lot like that. Ever since that happened, huh? And all right, so I'm gonna tell you all about that real quick for those of you that haven't heard this. It's not a long story, and maybe this has happened to you before. This was back in 2012, and I was having to commute 2 hours to work and 2 hours back. Reason I was doing that is because I got fucking falsely accused and arrested, sent to jail, and got out, lost my $95,000 a year job that day. Just had my second child like a week or two before that. And the night that I got out of jail and went home is the first night. That's the night that I had the first sleep paralysis incident that was so fucking extreme. And I'm pretty sure it was a Zazel. It felt like a beast. It felt like a big hair, like a werewolf. Like really and truly what I was seeing telepathically, because my head was turned towards the wall. My eyes were open, but that was it. I couldn't move anything else, couldn't talk, couldn't even really breathe or anything, right? I was just like frozen, and I felt it on top of me, and I felt its hands like grabbing me here and here, and then I felt its knees like going into my thighs. Like I could feel it, and I could feel like just the massiveness of it, like a ripped werewolf, right? Like huge, heavy, was restraining me and very clearly speaking to me telepathically. And for a lot of you that aren't familiar with that, like speaking to you in your mind, and it's strange, like in moments like that, even if you've never experienced telepathy, and if you're not very psychically gifted, if you don't have a very strong clairvoyance or clairaudience at all, in that moment when you're interfacing, if you will, with a spiritual entity, or even an extraterrestrial entity, an interdimensional entity, like you will have crystal clear telepathy like we're talking right now, and you just know how to do it. And like it opens up your clairvoyance like crazy. And I think these kinds of experiences, I want to say, I know these kinds of experiences are also initiations, and they open up your third eye like a son of a bitch, and they teach you how this works. Especially when they scare the shit out of you, because in that moment you're just open, like your adrenaline's pumping, you're open, you're just ripped wide open, and they are able to then really help you feel what it is they're trying to show you. And he told me I could like feel him holding me down like crazy. I was terrified as shit. And he said telepathically, "What are you going to do now?" And before I could even answer or even think to answer, he was just gone, and it was over. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? It's crazy. So I was forced, out of my job. I lost my job, got arrested. So then I had to go and work 2 hours away in Virginia Beach, because I couldn't even like work in my industry in the city, because of what happened. And everybody thought that I had done this crazy shit. Basically, everybody thought I'd stole a piece of jewelry. And I was making 95 grand a year. Had no reason to steal any fucking jewelry, a necklace or some bullshit. But anyway, I had to go work in another town, 2 hours away. So I had to drive fucking 2 hours to work all day, and then drive 2 hours home. And that ride home, I would just be so tired, dude, so tired. And like I had actually developed this weird thing where I could like drive and sleep on the interstate. Like I could like taught myself how to fall asleep and to like wake up and just look up every now and again, because it was just like this straightaway for like an hour and a half, 60 miles an hour. And I was so tired, man. And I had just gotten off the interstate onto like a 3-lane highway. It went 3 lanes one way and 3 lanes the other way. And it had a turning lane on it to where you could turn left. So it had 3 lanes of traffic and a turning lane on the left. And there was a car in front of me that was going to try to beat the light. And I was almost home. So I was like, hell yeah, dude, let's do it. And I fucking put pedal to the metal. Both of us were going to try to get through this light, right? And at the last second, this motherfucker decides to slam on his brakes. And I was like, oh shit. Like I was going so fast, and like I slammed on my brakes, and that caused me to lose control and just fishtail. And so I was going like sideways at 50 miles an hour, and I was heading straight towards 2 to 3 other cars that were in that left-hand turning lane, just sitting there still. Like my car was like barreling at them sideways, going 50 when they were just sitting there still. Like I knew I could see it, and there was nothing that I couldn't. I lost, I was trying to steer, I was trying to do whatever, but the car was continuing to go sideways fast as hell. And I was thinking, like, holy shit, I am going to kill these people. Like, and there's nothing I can do. I'm going to kill people, like, right now. Like, I'm like, really and truly, like, the fear wasn't for me at all. I was scared to death about who I knew I was about to hurt some innocent people really badly. And right when I got up close to the first car, my car is going sideways, and it's going to like go into this person's back of this person's car at 50 miles an hour. I was ejected from my body, and I was looking down, and I could see everything. And it's like crazy, right? Because it all happens like that, like really fucking quickly. But when I was out of my body, it wasn't like that. Like it was slowed down like it is, right? Like you've probably been in car accidents before or seen some accidents, and like right before you get ready to get into it, like everything starts to kind of like go into slow motion. It's wild, right? It's like it's almost like the Matrix is like controlling the speed of the fucking video at that moment in time and starting to like slow it down and put everything where it needs to be real quick, and then turn it back on full regular speed, regular time, right? But so I'm out of my body. I'm looking down. I see, like, I'm like an aerial view. I see all the vehicles. And at the same time, over to the right of where I'm floating, right, there was a huge spinning wheel, like a wheel, just like I guess it was an Ezekiel or whatever, or if it's in the Book of Enoch. I guess it's in the Book of Enoch too. But I saw that shit. Like it looked like a carnival ride. It looked like a sideways Ferris wheel spinning just right over beside me, and it was kind of like bluish blue, iridescent blue light, very bright. When I was looking down on the cars, I saw my car literally go through the other vehicle. I saw it go through the motherfucker, like defying the laws of physics. I saw the car, like my car just literally wasn't physical anymore. And it, like a ghost, it just said, swoop. And something grabbed my car, grabbed the back of it, and just jerked it and set it right in between the two cars. The ones that were going to be there was, so it was a double turning left lane, and there was two cars. My car ended up right in between the two cars, so I wasn't even in a lane. I was like literally in, like there was like that much room on each side of my, like it just, something grabbed it and just put it right there and stopped it. And I was just sitting, dude. I was like, what the fuck? Because the people were just looking at me. And then they just started to slowly drive off and turn when their light turned. And I'm sitting there going, what the fuck? Like, how are you driving? Like, how did I not hit you? I hit you. I hit both of y'all. I killed you people. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, holy crap. I sat there for like a minute or two, like in shock, and then just drove the rest of the way home. That dude in the freaking Volkswagen in front of me that like changed his mind freaking took the fuck off because he knew that, you know, not that he caused all of that shit. It's my fault for following him too close and going as fast as he was. But I think, you know, by seeing how he took off, I think he felt like, holy shit, like, look what I almost caused. But that was the craziest damn experience, you know, and like, I can look at it so many different ways. Like, either that was just straight up divine intervention, and I lived and my car literally went through other cars, or I died, but I think I'm still alive, or I jumped into a new timeline right in that second. Like that, the latter is probably the most probable. Do I really think that I'm dead? No, but I do not feel alive in the same way that I did prior to all of this. It's different, much different. And It's weird, man. It is the trippiest damn shit. You just don't know what to do with that. And that's not the first time either. I actually have had two near death experiences prior to that. The first one I do remember, I almost drowned, and I drove a big wheel. I was driving a big wheel around a pool, and I drove it into the water, and I sunk to the bottom and sat there. And the adults were all fucked up, and they didn't realize I did that until a minute had went by. And I was just sitting on the bottom looking up, and it was just all bright. You could see the water rippling and whatnot. And I was just like looking up, kind of like, huh. I hadn't really started to panic yet or anything. It was like actually kind of peaceful. And it was wild. Like right when I did start to get to that point, I saw these two huge hands plunge down through the water and grab a hold of me and pull me out. And it was my dad's crazy friend, Fitzgerald. He saved me. And then I had a four-wheeler accident. That first one was when I was like 4 or 5, and then I had a four-wheeler accident when I was like 9, and I got crushed by it. And we rolled it over, and I got crushed by it and shit, and really bad, and was like knocked out unconscious and stuff. That one I really don't remember. Like I was just terrified when I came to, because everyone was so freaked out, and I was freaked out also. Like if you've ever blacked out, or if you've ever been like choked out or something, when you kind of come back from that, it's pretty wild. It's not my favorite thing. Some people enjoy that, I guess, but I'm scared of that. I'm scared of it. I'm terrified. It's scary. And look what I found today. I got such a cool Christmas present from the universe, and I'm going to put this on La Santa Muerte's altar. It's a badass yellow jacket or wasp nest junk. See that movement right there, boy? Look at that. Gift from Mother Earth right there. Then I am going to be doing a ritual when we do the ritual on the 28th with King Paimon. You can still sign up for that at jdtemple.info. You can sign up for the ritual and a personal oracle card reading inspired by the spirit of King Paimon when I do the readings. But I got myself 5 New Year's lottery junks. They do this every year in Virginia. It's the best odds of winning $1 million. They only sell a certain number of these. They're probably all sold out by now. So there's only a certain number, right? And there's 5 $1 million prizes, 7 $100,000 prizes, and 1,000 $500 prizes. I want to get one of them $1 million prizes, which would probably only equate to like what, 500,000 or something, probably, if even that. The way this fucking world is now, you'd probably only get like 300,000 if you want $1 million. That's fucking crazy, but whatever. I'll take 500, but I mean, I don't really give a fuck about 500 at all. 100,000 would be fucking nice. I ain't worried about that 500 so much, but I wouldn't take that. I wouldn't turn that down. Well, yeah, so you're kind of feeling like that too, Aaron. So from something 4 years ago, you kind of feel like you're alive, but dead at the same time. Like for me, what is so strange about it is like really and truly how every single one of my interpersonal relationships in my life changed so fucking much in the weirdest way right after that. To where like literally I'm like not close to any of them anymore. A little, but not really, right? And so that little bit that I do see them or interact with them, it's like weird. It feels like it's something that it's not, like that I think it's real, but it's not real. You know, it's strange. Like, I don't know if y'all are really understanding what I'm meaning by that, but you know, I guess you have to experience it and you have to understand the dynamic and like all the little small nuances of it. And like that is the weird thing too, I think, about shifting timelines. And when you do jump into new timelines like that, when you make a radical jump, like whether it's through trauma or whatever, however you do it, like typically if you do it, I don't think it's going to happen in your sleep. And it's typically like, for me, it's like I've always like felt it, whether it's been through a crazy ritual or usually it's in a weird, just a weird fucking weird life event, you know. And even sometimes too, like it can even happen when you take psychedelics, and like that might be why you were called to take that psychedelic in the first place, because that psychedelic is helping you to step through into that new timeline. And you'll see, like, it's weird, like once you're in it, like everything, pretty much everything, it's just a little different, you know? And like, yeah, that's got to be where the Mandela effects are coming from. That's got to be where all these things that we thought was one way but never was, like position of our hearts and our bodies, for example. Like it used to be on the left side and now it's in the center. Like, when did that change? What the fuck? They said that they're just now making the bald eagle the United States of America's national bird. Like, hello, don't we all agree on the fact that that's always been the case? Hasn't the bald eagle always been the national bird of the United States? Like, what? Ugh, that's just weird. What? What? Okay. I was like, shit, Aaron, you just fucking scared me, dude. God damn. I just fucking started reading your thing and I was like, JD, I took 25 of my medication. I was like, what, motherfucker? No, you did not. And you said, woke up in the hospital. That was 4 years ago. What if I never left? Yeah. That's an interesting one, dude, because I want to talk about that, Aaron. You've actually hit on something there. Yes, fun boy, I will. Give me a second. What do you think? Can you use your? Hold on, I'm gonna get to that one thing. Hold on, Aaron, and I'm gonna look at this for you real quick, fun boy. He said, "Can you use your gifts to see which avenue is in my best interest to pursue with comics, books, greeting cards, board games, all of the above, or none at all?" Greeting cards. Um, but Aaron said about that medication. All right, y'all. Hey, what's up, Connor? Too, man, and avoids pikes. What's up, TK326? Yeah, I know, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like, fuck. And anybody else I haven't seen here, and I'm gonna get back to the chat. But so anyway, yeah, man, absolutely, do it to it. That could be really, really, really good for you, right there. The greeting card thing, for sure. Maybe a board game thing too, if you have a really, really original idea or concept. Like, and I mean really original. But so that's a possibility. But the greeting card thing, yes, I do feel that for you. But so anyway, like 2 weeks ago, and I think I talked to you, JS, that night. I did, I think, actually. I think that's the night you told me that I like fell asleep on the phone with you or some shit. I was fucked up. I think I made a video before that too. What had happened is that I drank a lot of alcohol and then I really was stressed out like a motherfucker. And I was trying to escape like a motherfucker. And I was already drinking a lot of liquor. And I don't know. I took way too many sleeping pills, probably like 8 or 10 of them bitches. Look, and then I took a clonidine also, and it fucked me up. But let me tell you, that shit fucking scared the shit out of me too, dude. I had, oh my god, dude. I had one of the craziest, scariest fucking spiritual experiences that I had in a while, dude. So this was, I guess after I had been talking to you, JS. I don't even remember talking to you, but I think you said I talked to you for like 15 minutes and then I just passed out or something. So yeah, I passed out, and in the middle of the night, so like I'm up there in the, like, I just like passed out in the bed, like on my back, and there was like, I had like clothes and shit like all on the bed everywhere. The bed was like a brick, but I just like laid and passed out on it sideways or something. And so I wake up, and I'm like, and I sit right up, and I'm like, I'm startled and scared, right? And like I feel something like, like in the way that we are like wild animals, and that like if we are in some type of fucking danger, if there's imminent danger, like there's spidey senses that you have that you may not have never even experienced before, that you do have, that like activate and kick in when you're in a situation like that. Like that shit was happening. Like it's different than fight or flight. Like it's just like a fucking like, it's like a super intense state of awareness that you feel like it like stimulates your chakras, like you feel it in your chakras, like it's weird. It just like woke me up, set me up. I was like, I looked over, dude, right at it in the corner of the room, because remember, like, from my experience anyways, spirits manifest, enter and exit areas through portals located in the corners of rooms. And there's literally like people that build structures without 90-degree angles in them, specifically for that reason, so that spirits cannot manifest as easily in those structures. But anyway, I wake up, I sit up, I look over, and it's pitch black in this motherfucker. And I see this, it looked like a black shadow, but it was solid and physical. Like really, it looked like, it was so crazy. It looked like Mothra, but it was but it was like pitch black, but it was like it was like naked, and like looking at me like scary looking, like it was scary. Like I was like, what the fuck? It was like some shape shifting, like some kind of shape-shifting spirit, and it was right there in that corner, and like basically like right when I like made eye contact with it, and we like locked eyes, and like the like terror like welled up in me, and then like I just like passed the fuck back out onto my back for a period of time. I came to again, and I sat up, and right when I sat up, it was like a hat man looking motherfucker like rushing in like through the door of my room, in like up on like he was gonna jump on me. And it basically like that happened like twice in a row. Like it like a video, like it like got rewound, and it did it, and then it like happened, and I freaked out, and it like came back and did it again. And like right after that I like passed out again until I eventually like woke up the next day. But like that was stupid, stupid, and scary. Don't any of you ever do no stupid shit like that. I really did not mean to do that. I really didn't. I know better than that. But it's weird, man. Like that kind of thing, like what I just described, is not a mere hallucination. It is not solely related to the substances that I was engaging with. They are definitely a catalyst that assisted me into getting to that space necessary to have that experience. But that experience is real. And that's why it's so scary, because like that shit's real. And that is the same corner in that room where I hear knocks and feel weird pressures and feel cold spots and, you know, all this kind of shit. So I know there is definitely something here. But you know, like when you have shit like that happen, you do dumb things and you have crazy experiences, man, it does make you wonder, like, wow, like I literally have 9 lives, or I died again. I died again, but god damn it, I just can't die. Why is that? Because you're already in hell, brah. Ha. You can't go any lower than this, dude. Like, it's, yeah. The only way out is through, and leveling up, you got to level up and climb out of the pit. You know, like we are playing the video game in many senses with the game genie. You know, got infinity lives, man. You know, like in Contra, man. I'm up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select, start. That gets you 100 men, if I remember right. Connor said, I believe that when people self-delete, they don't go anywhere. Probably not, dude. I think that they probably think they do. But like really and truly, it's probably like a big bright flash, and then you're waking up in your reality somewhere else, and you're like might not even remember what happened, or either in that moment you're going to have forgotten what you did, or either the matrix is going to replace that memory with a false one, so you don't even know that you just tried to kill yourself. It's something weird like that. Because I would agree with you there too, kind of like the matrix. I don't think that they do allow you to commit suicide. I think that they make you think you can, but I don't think that's a part of it. I think that you actually can't. And I think it just makes your situation even crazier and worse. And um, you know, you have certain things that you got to do, get done here, and until that happens, you're not going anywhere. And that could be for thousands of years. That could be for many, many lifetimes. I mean, it is quite possible that we truly never get to get out of here. Maybe that is what the Pope did the other night. I'm still trying to come to my own spiritual understanding of what exactly that was all about. My initial inclination is that those portals were to open the closed circuit of Earth, because for the first time in recorded human history, we have the ability, and not only the ability, but it's become a probability that we will destroy ourselves, that we will destroy this container. And up and until now, I think it's been a closed container. I think it's been a sealed tight. You know, I do believe it's kind of it's like a one-way mirror, basically. You know, and two, it makes sense because typically higher dimensional beings can go down, um, but they might not necessarily have the ability to go up. You know, if you're looking at it from that standpoint, you know, like a fifth and sixth, seventh and eighth dimensional, let's say a seventh dimensional entity, they can have the ability to go down into the sixth, fifth, fourth, third dimension. However, they don't have the ability to go up into the eighth dimension. So I think that it's very possible that in this 4D reality, stepping into 5D reality, I think the sixth dimensional beings are able to step through the veil as they please, go back and forth. We are just limited by our physical bodies. Many of us, are cultivating consciousness that is strong enough, or we've cultivated enough psychic energy within ourselves, and maybe even too with the spirits that we work with, raising that vibration and making that antenna even stronger, that in essence we are breaking through and out of this place. We are breaking through the closed circuit of Earth into other dimensions, but I think that most of it is we're only getting into the waiting room of those dimensions. I don't think that we're actually stepping into the other dimension entirely, but we're kind of stopped at the gate, or at least we're like stopped at the border. We're stopped at the border and we get interrogated in the customs office, and that's kind of where they hold us. And it's, very similar to a breakthrough experience in DMT. You can get stuck in that waiting room. And there's a place you can go beyond that, but for some reason you get hung up there. And I think a lot of us get hung up there, but you do see through the use of those types of substances and through meditations and through out-of-body experiences and near-death experiences that we do have the ability to go beyond this 3-4D reality into those higher levels of consciousness, those other dimensions. But having this body as an anchoring point here, that's just what I think, that's just where we're at. And with the Earth being a closed circuit, I don't think that we're able to escape really. But maybe, I don't really know. These are all just theories that I have of like what, especially relating to what just happened last night. That would make sense though. Prior to this day and age, we really, maybe we could 30 years and 40, maybe 30 or 40 years ago, I guess we could have destroyed the planet all at once. I know we definitely had the technology, but I guess at that point we probably didn't have as many active warheads available all at once like we do now. I know China's got thousands, we have thousands, Russia has thousands. Pretty much every other country is armed and nuclearly. I don't know how many they have in their arsenal, but now we've got quite a bit. Probably enough harness nuclear energy to destroy the Earth, or at least destroy humanity, at least to make it to where we couldn't exist here anymore. And so prior to this point, there probably was not an essential need to have that open, and we just been reincarnating. Now everybody's ready to go. So with that being said, I think they're ready to go, open those portals up, and now we've got some possibilities. I mean, it's so crazy. Like, a lot of people are saying that like it was a demonic ritual. And I will have to say, like I said, man, when I was involved in the Catholic Church, I mean, shit, dude, like that was definitely a precursor and good first step into black magic and sorcery. I mean, for real. Better than any other church I can say that would give you any type of like ritual experience. I mean, because that does give you a lot of ritual experience. And it's just weird. It is weird. The Catholic Church feels dark. It feels dark. Like it's weird. A lot of, the same energies that I have felt during a demonic evocation Yeah, I'm familiar with those energies from up in the Catholic Church and shit. Like, yeah, I felt that shit before. It's all up in there. It's up in there. Gustavo, what's up, dude? And Connor said, I don't know if I want to leave this matrix yet. Depends. Yeah, I hear you, man. Like, I'm kind of ready. What's up, Charity Red? Hi. Laura Louise. Hey. Hell yeah, nice to see y'all. I'll keep thinking my laptop that I can touch the screen and scroll it, but you can't do that. Cora said, he also showed me when we rock like that, we are waiting for our true forms to return to our body. Ah, wow. Hell yeah. Huh? Laura Louise said, does anyone else see a place they're supposed to be but are not? A home they do not have, but feels like peace and belonging, but can't find where this place is. Honestly, this can't leave my thoughts. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I made a video about it the other day. You know, I've just been constantly seeing the mountains and the stream and just like just beautiful meadow and like a tranquil sanctuary. Yeah, and like that's what I want. You know, that's something worth living for and working for and sacrificing for. You know, that's something worth making me really uncomfortable for a really long time in order to make it happen if that's what it takes. Like whatever kind of sacrifice needs to be, not whatever kind of sacrifice needs to be. Like you need to definitely watch when a black magician says something like that. But I'm just talking about my own blood, sweat, and tears. Nobody else's but mine. And that might be in many different kinds of ways of blood, sweat, and tears. I might not just be working my ass off. I might be bleeding on sigils. I might be crying on them, and I might be sweating from all kinds of things. Who knows? But yes, I really just want to simplify my life like so much. I'm so sick of how expensive everything freaking is, and it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it, damn it. And I want a sanctuary, something that I wouldn't mind working hard for, something that I felt was worth fucking working hard for. Gustavo said, damn, JD, you haven't been sleeping, huh? No, I did not sleep last night at all. I took 4 sleeping pills too, and I fucking could not, I didn't sleep a wink last night, dude. And I only slept like 2 hours the day before that. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, Gustavo, you're on it. Yeah, I haven't, man. Like you know, the weird thing about it is though, it's like for me, when I don't sleep a lot like that, like I feel so good. I do, but I have to be really fucking careful with that shit because unfortunately, I'm one of these dumbass crazies. I shouldn't say a dumbass crazy because anybody else that has this, I'd be calling you a dumbass crazy. I'm talking about me. Um, but it can cause me to like go into psychosis. And not that psychosis feels bad. Psychosis is pretty freaking awesome, but it always downsides to it. And I usually always end up saying things I regret, doing things that I definitely, you know, like spending money and shit that I like don't like. Dude, like the last time I was in psychosis, I spent $5 grand on a bed that I'm literally gonna give it back to these motherfuckers because I'm sick of paying for it, and it's like not even that comfortable. Like for $5 grand, you should I should be able to drive that motherfucker, or at least like should be the last bed you should ever have to buy, and it should be the most comfortable thing that like as soon as you get in it, you just melt away into the deepest sleep ever. It ain't like that. So I've never given something back to a place before. So I don't know what they're gonna say when I call them and be like, "Yo, I don't want to pay for this mattress anymore. Can you just like come get it or something?" I'm probably gonna have to like tell them that. I'm gonna tell them come get it. Come get that shit. You're wanting to buy a purple mattress, you said, Aaron? Yeah, I think mine's black. It's a black junk from one of those sleep bed stores, Mattress Firm or some shit. This bed's pretty wild now. It like it does like a zero gravity thing, and it does all of this kind of crazy whatever, moves all around, and it vibrates, and like it's pretty dope. But yeah, I was all when I made that purchase, you know, like basically it was like the best one in the damn place, and I was like, yeah, give me that shit. Like what? Like what? Like what the was I thinking? I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Yeah, fuck that bed. But yeah, that's what can happen. Core said, "Oh, that proves he ain't stopped on your ass about the drinking. Yeah, if I try to take psych meds, that would happen until I was off of everything. Yeah, dude, like I can't take any psych meds or any antidepressants or anything either. I've tried many of them, many actually, and I cannot. Like some of them will help me for like 3 days, and then after that, I just feel so fucking weird, and like all the side effects are so I can like nope. I will deal with this the way that I am dealing with it and figure it out before I would do that. But yeah, I am going to get up with Belial on the drinking and get it straight once and for all. Because in order to do that, like I was saying before, I have to make that decision and come to him with a like an honest and sincere heart when I do. If I really want this to actually work, and then I don't want him to just like toy with me. Like I really want his help because I really want to do this. Like I drank yesterday. I drank a whole little bottle of that gentleman's Jack over like a 4 or 5 hour period or something. No driving or anything. You know, I was cooking dinner for my daughters. I wasn't out and about or doing nothing. I was low key chilling, and I found that like really and truly, I didn't enjoy it at all. It didn't help me feel any better. Like it really didn't. And it is nice to drink when you're not doing it because you're miserable. And for me, most of my drinking, my daily drinking was because I was miserable, not because I wanted to make a fun time funner. And like that's really what it's for, is to celebrate, to just uplift you a little bit, one or two shots, one or two drinks, over a little period of time, not 8 in an hour. But when you use it as a coping mechanism, then that's when it becomes an issue. And that's kind of where it had gotten for me. Like not off the chart, not off the chain. Like I'm not waking up shaking and puking, and I'm not like unable to function, and like it's nothing like that. I've had like an upset stomach before or something, like feel kind of crappy if I didn't have some alcohol, and like kind of sort of I don't really get an appetite to eat anything until at least I've had like 3 or 4 sips of alcohol. Like if I don't drink anything at all, like I literally probably would like never get hungry really. And like weed doesn't really make me hungry anymore at all. Well, at least not this weed. I guess certain weed does. I don't like that kind of weed. You know, like I hate that kind of weed that fucking makes you just hungry. It makes you just want to eat, and then like you'll eat to the point to where you're just miserable and like bloated and like stuffed. Like, ugh, I hate that feeling. When I was a kid, I used to like always go for that. Like literally, like every fucking time I ate, I just like wanted to be miserable. And it was like it's so weird that we'll do shit like that to ourselves, right? Like that we'll know, damn fucking well know, like this is gonna make me fucking so miserable, but it's just like, oh god, it tastes so fucking good, and I'm gonna eat it. Like I'm already feeling fucking miserable, but god damn, I'm just gonna fucking, then like next thing you know, you're like eating like 3 or 4 more than Mitch's, and then you're just like, oh, like what the fuck, like and like still Like, is it really that goddamn good? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm just like so weak. Like so weak in so many fucking ways. Like, holy shit. Like that's one of the things, that I seen for this year. I was talking about earlier, like things for this year, 2025. Peace out, Cora. Um, but shit. The fuck was I even talking about? I forgot the fuck I was talking about. Oh yeah, 2025. So that's gonna be, a big one. A big one that's like finally coming to terms with certain things, big things, the big things that have been nipping at your heels for months, weeks, years, and especially the ones that have been nipping at your heels for years that are like beginning to become bigger problems and like morphing into like huge issues. And I think, not all of us have some things like that are going to become huge issues, but we do all have things that we know we have refused to look at or deal with in a really fucking long time, and that we are in denial over the fact that change is necessary. Like, really and truly, it's weird, man. Like, and I think you all be able to identify with this. Like, when certain things are supposed to happen in your timeline or related to your destiny, like the universe, the matrix, whatever you want to call it, will make your fucking life difficult as fuck. And it will make it not work. And it will make shit ass backwards and frustrating as hell. And it won't make sense. And every day you're going to be like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Like, and but at the same time, you'll try to like work on like fixing all these other things, making them better, thinking that's what's going to do it, when it's not. You don't want to deal with that one other thing. That's too hard. That's going to take too much effort, or that's not possible. I'm just going to like continue to allow that to kill me, but I'm going to make these other things better. So maybe it'll like balance itself out. Like, no, not forever. Like, no, not forever. Like, it's kind of like the way it's showing me is like in all of our lives, we're kind of at the end of we're at the end of that level. And it's like time to like meet the big boss and fight the boss. And these bosses are our issues and our big things. These bosses are like our elephants in the room. And it's just like spirit been showing me like crazy. Like, that's one of the biggest things for a lot of people that is going to prevent them from stepping through into the new timeline. And collectively in the new timeline is, people really got to take a good hard look at it. Like, they really got to take a look at it, but not really even just take a look at it. They have to take a look at it and do whatever is truly in their highest and best good, like for real. Like, whatever that is what has to happen. Even if you don't like it, even if it seems like shitty, even if it's painful, even if it's gonna mean sacrificing this, that, and the other, it's gonna just have to happen. The gate won't open until you do. It's crazy like that. What's up, Braden Smith? And everybody else that's here: Jeremiah, Drum Witch, Miss Labyrinth and Void, Friar Pestle, Aaron, Lori. Anybody else that's here that I missed? Hey, dudes, Mistress Morticia and Gustavo. Yeah, dude, and Connor. Hey, y'all. Thanks for being here again. Oh, and Jose Munez. What's up, dude? Hell yeah. What's up, man? And anybody else that's here, if you haven't said hi yet, you can at least just pop in and say hi. There's like 39 of yous. You don't have to be a total stranger. You don't have to be a recluse, but you can be if you want to. I'm just kidding. You don't have to say hi if you don't want to say hi. I understand if you don't. It's okay. Connor said, I learned from this chat today. Cool, dude. Hell yeah, man. That's why I love all of y'all, man. Like, for real. Like, we all like share so many golden nuggets with each other, and we all learn so much from one another, man. Like, this is beautiful. And like, thank you all for being here. Like, I thoroughly enjoy my time with all of y'all, and I hope y'all all enjoy your time with all of us as much as I enjoy it. Thank you. It's fucking awesome. Merry Christmas, by the way. Yeah, I'll do some readings on this stream. Yeah, what you got going on, brah? What you want to know? Hey, Nina. Nina's back again. What's up, Nina? TK326. Peace in the junk. Yeah. Jeremiah Smith said me too. And Aaron said we are all learning. Francis, what's up, darling? Good to see you. Merry Christmas to you. Glad you're not having to work today and you're able to enjoy your holiday. That's freaking awesome. And Aaron and Jeremiah and Dan, love you, brother. Hell yeah, Dan. I'm glad that you're still here. And Jeremiah, awesome, awesome. Nina said she's listening while she's puttering around. Hell yeah, get that multitasking. Jose said, tell me whatever I need to know right now. I don't know if this has to do with work or your home life or something, but there's something, I'm just feeling something that is not your business that you've been trying to make your business, or you've been getting into something that, like, I don't know. I would say to really just be going within right now and not concerned with something either at work or at home that's like trivial or not important, or it's something that maybe you don't even need to be concerned with that you are, you know, mainly just really just focus on you. Like, so just focus on you. That's what I'm getting. Thanks, Aaron, for the super chat. Does Azazel have a message for me? Let's see. This really revolves around moving. He wants you to move more. I don't know if you go on walks every day or if you do any kind of thing like that, but that is something that I'm seeing from him that is really going to help you a lot. And this is something I need to do. A lot of us probably need to, really, but just to get moving more, just to get moving. And if you do that, like it's weird. Like, so basically, like, he showed me you moving, like physically moving and going on walks and like exercising and whatnot, but mainly just walking and moving. But it was like, as you start to do that, it basically like will open. I saw like your world kind of like beginning in your bedroom, basically. And then like, it just started opening up from there on out. And basically it's like a representation of just kind of like your world by and large. Like, everything will begin to open up for you once you start moving more. That's kind of what he's showing me. Yeah. Nina the Mystic Trutha said, waiting for my Christmas message premiering over on Patreon in 1 hour for all members. Cool. Hell yeah. I'll be checking that out. I might not be able to do it right when it hits, but I will check it out right after that, though. Hell yeah. And Clever Chimney said, yeah, I had to stop drinking too. I asked Bilal if maybe I should stop, and his response was, "Well, duh." Yeah, right. Yeah, dude, it is, man. It's a terrible vice, man. Like, especially when it really begins to get you. Like, it's weird. Like, I never thought alcohol would get me. Like, I've always been a hard drug user, abuser, an addict. Not in the last. I've been, I've been clean since 2019. So for 5 years, 6 years now, 6 years. And, as far as like having like a hard drug addiction that plagues my life. Um, and alcohol had gotten me a little bit before, but it's never, as much as it has recently. But, I'm doing okay. And like, and it does, it makes you feel so much better once you step away from it. But it's so easy to fall back in because, like, for me, I really just use it as anxiety medicine. I don't enjoy drinking. I don't like it. I just want to take the level off. And that's the reason why. Nina said, next month we are back on YouTube. Join us back with HDM January the 8th. Cool. Hell yeah. And that's a Sunday. I think I would assume is a Sunday, like your normal Sunday time, 9 p.m. Eastern. TK326 said, stop being afraid of being afraid. Yeah, hell yeah. Well said. Jose Muniz says, does Lucifer have a message for me? Not at this time. Not at this time. He's there for sure. He's definitely like in your corner. He's represented. He's represented spiritually, like in your aura. Clever Chimney said it's been 18 months now since you used it. Wow, really? Holy cow, dude. Well, congratulations, man. I'm proud of you for that. 18 months, man. Like, wow. Wow. Like, I would love to be able to say that, dude. Like, that would really mean a lot to me to be able to freaking achieve that. And that's seriously, that is, I mean, I'm telling you all, I intend on quitting drinking alcohol. Like, and I just, it's crazy because it's like, I want to still be able to drink when I want to drink, damn it, and it's like, I know that's probably not going to be possible. And I literally have to actually like give it up. Like, I can't have my cake and eat it too. And I think that is a big theme for 2025 also, is that in order to move forward, you're not going to be able to have your cake and eat it too. Not anymore. Not right now. Not if you intend on really making some radical permanent change. And when I say that, like stepping into the flow, stepping into the current, stepping into the frequency of this new timeline, this new world, like really and truly. I mean, it does make sense now that if everyone really can take a good hard look at themselves and really truly go within, identify, fix and heal these things that are within us, what a different world we would live in. And like leveling up and leveling up and leveling up, literally we would create heaven on earth, like just like a lot of other people, like a lot of people understand it to be. That we can cultivate a reality that is a reflection of heaven here on earth, incarnated in physical bodies that literally never die. If we don't die, then like what is death? Maybe nothing but a shared hallucination by everyone that you leave. I'm not really entirely sure, but I don't know. I do know one thing. I should have died so many times. I should have. I mean, really. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to tempt it. I don't want to push it, but holy shit. How many times have you all died, do you think? Thank you, Braden. I have faith in you too, my friend. If you're talking to me, I don't know if you're talking to me. Are you talking to Friar Pestle? Whoever you're talking to, words of encouragement are freaking awesome, and they are definitely welcome here in this place always. Braden Smith as Lucifuge had a message for me. I'm seeing an altar. I'm seeing a crystal obelisk made of tourmaline or onyx, something like this. You need to get something like this for his altar, dedicate that crystal to him, and actually connect that crystal to his sigil through your blood, and then begin to feed that crystal blood. Like I've literally pushed blood into this crystal. I've been feeding it blood for years, and you can see like it like gets in there. Hold on, let me see if you can see it. No, it's kind of weird to show you, but see how it gets in there? It like starts getting up into like the veins of the crystal and stuff a little bit. I don't know if you can see it on this one, a little bit up there, but it'll get in there, right in here, and that'll help to feed Lucifuge some very powerful energy through the combination of your blood and that crystal. And I feel that that is going to, I'm feeling that he wants to help imbue you with protection, and he's going to do that through the use of you magically imbuing and using that crystal as a bridge between the two of you. Friar Pestle said alcohol was what got Jimmy Page. Damn. Aaron said, should I walk around my neighborhood? Yeah, definitely. Just walk around your neighborhood, man. For at least 20 minutes. 20 minutes to start, but my goal would be like 30 minutes at a time. And during those walks, that is when you're going to use that as also as like times of isolation for yourself. For the most part, I would not take your phone, or at least if you take your phone, don't be listening to anything. Like, you need this time to reflect, to be an open channel for spirits to communicate to you. Certainly take a pen and a notebook if you would like to do that. If you need to write something down, you're going to have a lot of cool things come to your mind, and a lot of things that you're probably going to lose if you don't write it down. But, start making those 20-30 minute walks around the neighborhood like a contemplative meditation. Just allow to come in what needs to come in. Everything important is going to come to the surface. You'll be able to reflect on it. And then too, you'll begin to be able to kind of build a better relationship, not only with yourself, but with the spirits that you work with too. Nina said, no, hump day is on Wednesdays. Oh, yeah. That's right. Shit. It feels like a weekend because it's freaking Christmas. Like whenever there's a freaking holiday, it just feels like it's a weekend or something. Not that I live that way. I haven't lived in a traditional weekend type of way in like 15 years. So every day feels like the same day to me, really, anyway. Connor said, I have been trying to quit the weed. The drug itself isn't too rough, but quitting can be tough. Yeah, it can be. You know, like it certainly is like psychologically addicting. But not only that, depending on how much you smoke, I mean, I have definitely found that a physical addiction can and will happen, and it'll affect your sleep, it'll affect your appetite. It can actually even make you feel like nauseous and sick to your stomach. And like in the morning, especially after you wake up, if you haven't had a hit yet, like especially if you do good dab, like wax dabs, like, oh my gosh, I have had like such weed or THC withdrawal from dabbing, like to where literally like, oh, I was so sick and not like almost like similar to like how you'd be feeling like, oh, withdrawing from some opiates, like for real, like hardcore. Like I was like, what the like, damn, I'm gonna totally reconsider dabbing like that then because fuck that. Miss Labyrinth voice said, JD, try the non-alcoholic IPAs. Oh, they have those. I didn't know that. Ah, and visualize the non-alcoholic stuff as a timeline switching action. Non-alcoholic beer, you get the flavor without the alcohol. That's a great, great suggestion. Hell yeah, that's a great suggestion. Because I do enjoy that. And it's kind of like the same kind of thing that I want to do with this. This is another huge fucking thing is this. Not as like if it was just to if I had a way to get just the nicotine, you know, in a natural way, I would do that. This is just horrible for me. It's killing me. And I'm gonna get to help. I'm gonna do a nicotine patch, but I'm also gonna get one of those flumes where it's just like flavored air, but you get to hit it like this, you know, like so it gives you the satisfaction of like vaping, but there's no nicotine. I'm sure there's plenty of other nasty shit in it, but I've got to quit this. Like these are so crazy, y'all. I don't know how many of y'all out here do this shit right here. Like especially not especially the Vuse, but the Enjoy or any kind of puff bar or anything like that. They have found a way to where you now smoke in your sleep. And don't tell me that you don't, motherfucker, because I know you do. Bet your ass wakes up at 2 in the morning for a second, put your hand over the nightstand, or perhaps it's even laying there on your chest. You wake up and just go, right back to sleep. Wake up again in the middle of the night. Oh, let me hit that jump real quick. Literally all night long. Pathetic. You know? Fucking pathetic. And expensive. Like, I cannot eat, dude. We talking $300, $400, $500 a month, son. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like one of these a day, maybe at least. A whole one, sometimes 1.5 of them bitches. Like one of them bitches used to last like 4 days. Like, dude, it gets your nicotine tolerance up so much too. Like, I bet you I literally smoke like the equivalent of like 2 packs of cigarettes a day, probably with this. It's horrible. Dan Best said, I was not expecting today to be a good day, but I got one of the best gifts I could ever ask for. Oh, cool, dude. Hell yeah, Dan. That's fucking awesome. I love hearing that, dude. He said, my fellow brother, get past some very difficult things while working with demons. There's no greater gift than brotherhood. Hell yeah, dude. Definitely. I'm glad today is good for you, man, because I know you know, we all had some anxiety over it, and I still have some for this overall holiday season. But whatever happens, I know that we're going to get through it. But I know that it's vital. The spirits have been telling me like it's just vital that we all work on ourselves and like stop lying to ourselves and living in denial and like do what you need to do to heal yourself. Like whatever that is, you just have to do it. Mr. Smortitious said, I don't think there's anything wrong with moderation. And you're right. Like, there's definitely nothing wrong with moderation. And I wish that I could have a relationship with alcohol like that, but I'm just really afraid, just because of how back and forth I've been with it. I just really, really have the feeling that if I do not take the all or nothing approach to this, that I'm going to be in the same position in 2027 and 2028 and beyond. It's one of those things where I'm hoping, but I can't even really have this mindset that I'll be able to like handle having a drink or two in moderation years down the road. If I'm really good for a few years, I'll be able to handle that. But even as I say that now, it's like the spirits are telling me like, motherfucker, no, no, no. Like when you walk away from this, when you've ended with the alcohol, it's for good. And it's not like fucking around with it and dipping your toes in the water and running around the back trying to sneak a hit or whatever. Like, no. Like, it's got to go. And that's sad and it sucks because I really fucking enjoy it. But, bleh, you know. Braden says that it takes a mental switch. You have the willpower. Yeah, absolutely. And you're right. I mean, and you are right. And for most of us, like once we do really set our mind on something and we have made that agreement with ourselves, to ourselves, that it's going to happen, it happens, doesn't it? And it is. It's like a switch going off, and it does give you like this extra little boost of vitality and vigor and whatnot to get to see it through. I guess having like staying power is where that's really going to get you, you know. Oh, thanks, Aaron, for the super chat. He said, and you said next March you see me moving into my apartment, JD. I'm nervous and excited. Yeah, I'm seeing you getting the opportunity in March to do that. That like you should kind of know by the end of February or have an idea, but it would be a possible reality for you in March. You know, as long as you keep moving the ball forward like you are. TK326 said, I'm trying to lose a few pounds to feel more confident. Me and you both, my friend. I've gained about 25 myself, and I really want to too. I'm not feeling like myself, and yeah, there's nothing wrong with it at all, you know, but it just makes me, you know, it makes me feel weird a little, but you know, it's okay. Jose said, what will I experience next year? You're definitely going to have, I see you having a lot of growth in the area of like socializing with people, being around people. Like you're going to be around more people. I see more people coming into your life, I guess, more so than normal or has been. Friar Pestle said, 2025 is where I start getting more serious about doing my own work and saying no more often. Cool. Hell yeah, dude. Definitely. Yeah, we're going to be doing some awesome things in 2025, man. Me and you'll be doing some awesome things together, too. It's going to be fucking cool. You know, like, yeah, 2025 is going to be great. You know, I think really 2025 can be fabulous for all of us. But I think it's like, contingent on certain things, and it kind of does feel to me, it's kind of like there's a ship leaving or the train's pulling out of the station kind of deal, and that like in order to get your ticket you gotta do like you have to meet certain requirements, and you know, if you're wearing certain kinds of shackles or you have certain types of restraints in place spiritually, you're not going to be able to hop on it. And so it's kind of like, it just kind of seems like it's, you know, we're running out of time to do certain things that we need to do in order to assimilate into that timeline like we want to, in the ways that we really, really want to. Like, that's just the way it feels like. It's kind of like a sense of urgency now, and kind of like that the universe is not playing anymore, that it's serious, and it like wants you to know it's serious and being like, yo, this is it. Like, for real, Like, I know you always thought I was fucking around before, and I gave you more time, and I've given you more time. It kind of feels like, too, it's like the universe, I think the universe feels like it's given us an extension, that we've already been given an extension on a lot of things in our lives, like probably like 4 or 5 or 6 of them already. And it's kind of like they're kind of like calling the loan now. Azazel said, "Can you please answer me? What book or rituals would you recommend so I can make a pact with Azazel?" Hmm. I mean, I don't really think that it would require a book for that. I mean, I mean, the Book of Azazel, that one that E.A. Koetting originally wrote, has a lot of information of his interactions with Azazel and the steps that he took to make that connection. That's a good one. And then you've got what is it, the Compendium of Azazel, or, Steel Fire from the Gods. That was put out by Become a Living God as well back in 2017 or so. I wrote in that one, actually. That one is a compendium of a bunch of different sorcerers, all about their experiences with Azazel specifically. And that compendium of Azazel, the Steel Fire from the Gods, has pretty heavy in ritual, I think, in that compendium. So that would probably be a pretty good source of information there. Nina the Mystic Truther said, "I should have died many times as well." Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying, man. A lot of us have had that, so many near-death experiences, or even if it's not an instance where you had an actual near-death experience, the conditions were such or events transpired which would lead you to believe that most likely you were involved in something that resulted in your death, even if you weren't remembering it or aware of it. You get that notion, and it feels that way. Okay, so we're back down almost to here. Oh, dude, thanks for the super chat, Aaron. And yeah, we talked about that. And then Connor said, yeah, the concentrates give you quite serious withdrawals. Yeah, they really do. And with that being said, be careful with any type of concentrate. Be careful with kratom, especially kratom concentrates. Those are extremely addictive, and you will have almost the exact same type of withdrawal symptoms as you would on any other type of traditional opiate, being a oxycodone, fentanyl, methadone, Suboxone, Percocet, Vicodin, any of those. Kratom will give you a similar withdrawal and can really do a number on you. So be very careful with kratom extract, or any amount of kratom. Be very, very careful. Definitely avoid doing it day after day after day after day. If you are going to do it once and wait a few weeks before you do it again. Don't ever do it consecutively, especially not the concentrates. I'm telling you, you can get in trouble in less than a week. And if you've never been there to that place, you don't never want to go there. That is its own special little piece of hell, and it's waiting for you. But you do not have to experience it if you just don't fuck with it. So don't fuck with it, please. Aaron said, "I will have 4 altars for Azazel, Belial, Marbas, Lilith in my new place." Yeah, I would definitely recommend having a separate altar for each one of your patrons, for sure, for sure. Avoids pikes. I've only smoked about 20 cigarettes in my life. First was in 1985 and the last in 1999. Damn. So you quit for like 14 years. Damn. Oh, you only smoked 20 total. Okay, I see. So you never even actually got addicted to them and stuff. Good. I've been through the cigarettes and dip and all of that stuff. I started this I want to say 5 years ago. I have been heavy on this for 5 years, and I don't smoke cigarettes, but damn, dude, I swear this is probably almost worse than smoking cigarettes. I believe it. I'm sure that we're going to find out that it is. This is not good. All right, this is like crack almost. Like you can't stop hitting this. You'll probably see me hit it so much, dude, and like literally you see people hitting these in inappropriate places all the time. And they're not doing it because they don't give a fuck. They're doing it because they don't even realize they're doing it. I do it all the time. I can't take this in anywhere with me because I will literally just start smoking it like I own the place no matter where I'm at, just not thinking. Like it's such a habit. It's so automatic. There was a video of this lady in Congress or something, or either in the Senate the other day, that was hitting her vape in the middle of the session. And like you could tell she totally didn't realize what she was doing. She was like, "Oh shit!" And I'm like, "Oh god, yeah, been there, dude." Oh, you got American. Yeah, I like those American spirits too. I like those. I like those baby blue pack. I actually have a baby blue pack downstairs. I was smoking a few cigarettes here recently. But yeah, Aaron, thank you for that super chat, man. I think we did talk about that. And Miss Labyrinth Void said, no pressure, JD, but if you're still seeing, I'm curious if you sense King Asmodeus has a message for me. Okay, let's see. To protect your energy, to protect and shield your energy, to maybe even set up some boundaries somewhere where you need to set up some stronger boundaries. I don't like getting into messages like this too much. But, you know, guard your energy, shield your energy, protect your energy. And there's maybe a few boundaries you have to set here or there to help you out. Met Hill said, I agree. The time is running short. It does feel like it. It really feels like it, without a doubt. Jorge Cabulio said, Merry Christmas, JD. Thanks for having the live stream. It doesn't feel so lonely on Christmas. Oh, hell yeah. Thanks for being here too, y'all. Like once again, and Merry Christmas, y'all. Like seriously. And you know, this is awesome too, because you know, I'm alone on Christmas, and you know, that makes it crazy. And yeah. Sorry, I was checking something real quick while I'm talking to you too. Jeez. Oh, what the fuck? But yeah, thanks for being here. That's what I wanted to say. Astara, Merry Christmas, my friend. Great to see you. Great to see you here. And thanks for being here. And Connor says, does Lucifer have a message for me? Oh, you're welcome, Miss Labyrinth and Void. Blue Eyes Dumplings, did you say something inappropriate? You must have. Or you just took it back. Oh, it didn't get erased. You took it back. Okay. It's okay. Whatever it is. I mean, whatever it is, it's okay anyway. All right. So we got 2 messages from Lucifer coming up. Star said, I hope that Santa brought you everything that you asked for. Well, I really never ask for anything, because there's really never really and truly anything that I want. I mean, at least not tangible wise, not physical items wise. I did get, yes, I was looking at it in the wrong way. Santa definitely brought me everything for the most part. There's still a ton of things that are missing in my life, you know, but I did get some wonderful things for Christmas that I had been missing for a very long time that I really fucking needed, you know, and that was like reconnecting to a deeper degree with my daughters, seeing a lot of my family at my mother's on the 21st. I've been talking to my dad a lot more, you know, just really like reconnecting with people from old timelines. which is pretty wild. Kind of like getting to know them all over again. Or really, it's like getting to know them for the first time, really. Oh, no problem, Blue Eyes Dumplings. And Aaron said I'm about to do a offering tonight with my boss. Blue Eyes Dumpling said, I wish I had a message from my dad. Ooh, I can try to channel your dad. I'm not the best medium in the world for channeling deceased people. I will give it a shot, though. Thanks, Miss Labyrinth and Void. Thanks again. Merry Christmas, everyone. Hell yeah, Merry Christmas. I'm going to get to these Lucifer messages for my two buddies here. Let's see. I need just need a little music for the inspiration. Okay, Connor, this message from Lucifer for you, he is definitely coming across as very impressed of like how deep that you have been going, like how willing you have been to come face to face with yourself as you have. Basically, he's like really proud of your progress and kind of like showcasing like the trials that you've gone through and how you've overcame them and like have continued to like your spiritual path and to go on a deeper level. It's like really he's just kind of giving you props for that and encouraging you to continue. TK326, what does Lucifer have to say about you? What does he have to say about you? What does he have to say to you? This one really is just like really focusing on taking care of yourself, like self-care, making some adjustments there. Like there's a couple of things, and I guess you probably know what those are that you need to fix and adjust. Making sure that you have a straight like environment that's like I'm kind of seeing like a feng shui type of thing, like incorporating some type of like a feng shui in your environment to change the energy up, or either like really just kind of like I'm seeing like rearranging your furniture, like you need to rearrange your furniture. I hope that helps, but no, that's totally weird. Okay, Blue Eyes Dumplings, what is your dad's name, my friend? Oh, that's weird. You said it, Joseph Webster. Okay, that was weird. Sorry. Okay, Joseph Webster. Let's see if we can. Let me light some incense. I don't know if I'm tapping into him or not. I'm already seeing like a pickup truck. I don't know if it's like a Ford pickup truck, and I'm seeing a guy that like wore a baseball cap. Yeah, like a beard, a mustache, brown hair, maybe like a little pot belly, and maybe on the shorter side, maybe like 5'6" or something like that. That is the energy that's coming through. I don't know if that is him or not. I am not great at channeling deceased people. I've been able to do it, but that's who I'm seeing stepping through right now. Those types of things connected to him. Oh, really? Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, I don't know where you're from. I get feeling of like the Midwest or something like that. I'm seeing a lot of open roads. I'm seeing a lot of driving on the interstate. Some rural areas. I'm kind of like really like the message is to like really to keep your attention on what is important in life and not to pay attention to the bullshit. And like what I'm seeing, I think the driving on the interstate, like basically like do things that bring you peace. Like that must have been something. I don't know if he enjoyed doing that. I guess that gave him a comforted, peaceful feeling of freedom. But that's like he wants you to embrace that in your life. Nia said, any message for me from Belial? Yes. He is telling me that he has been helping you and that you know that, and that maybe like this time around more than ever on your prior path workings, you are really truly seeing, and like he's really showing you, and he's going to continue to show you, and like he's going to continue to push you. So don't get upset when that happens. Don't get upset when he pushes you, because he's gonna. So it's kind of just like that, you know. It's kind of like, you know what you asked for, you know what you're gonna get, but you know, I'm gonna be putting pressure on your ass, you know, and don't get mad when I do, right? So it's like that. Oh, you're welcome, Blue Eyes Dumpling. Okay, from Alabama. Okay, cool, man. I'm over here in Virginia. Thanks for the super chat, Aaron. I'll get. Hold on one second, Jose. So, Aaron said, JD, Azaza was telling me not to let this person back into my life. She was a bad friend, and I listened to him, and I'm grateful for that. Yeah, that kind of stuff is very important, dude. Oh, and that's some really difficult subject matter right there when it comes to other people and other people that you care about deeply. The spirits are always going to let you know. They're always going to let you know, especially when it comes to other people and their character and what they're about. Especially if there's a negative impact occurring, that's going to be brought to the surface. And nothing will be right in the world or with the world or with your world with that kind of stuff happening, especially once you're aware of it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think you have to kind of go with that one, bro. And I know that sucks. Probably sucks, doesn't it? Shit does fucking suck. Jose said, okay, last question, JD. What do I need to know in regards to a magical spiritual practice? I do see in certain areas, I think you're possibly getting in your own way and like trying too hard or something. Like you're not relaxing. Like you're not, I see like, not that you're not relaxing. I don't want to put it like that. I'm putting it wrong. You just need to go into a deeper state of relaxation to open yourself up a little bit more, which will lead to you getting out of your own way by not applying like what I'm feeling. I'm seeing like this energy that's being cultivated inside of you during ritual that is not necessary at the time. It's kind of like, all right, I guess it feels like maybe you're putting up some walls, and those walls are impeding your progress a little bit because you need to relax and just make sure those walls are down. Maybe even do a ritual in the nude and just relax. Just relax. And just do your thing and relax. And you'll feel the change. You'll feel the difference when you do this. It's something that is just happening. And it's subtle. It's subtle. But even some subtle things can like get in the way. And Gustavo, what's up, dude? Thank you for the super chat, brother. He said, do I have any messages from Belial? Let's see. To remain confident and to carry yourself with confidence, to know that you are the shit, and to carry yourself and to speak with confidence. And I'm getting like a smell of like a new cologne. Like there's like a new cologne that you should get that's like probably more of like a woodsy smell, like especially for this time of year, like woodsy and leather. Get that cologne. And I guess what he's showing me basically is like with you and Belial, he likes to work with you and emanate through you, especially in like social situations and things. And that the energy and the frequency of colognes that contain the materials that I was suggesting, like woodsy and very woodsy cedar, but even like patchouli types of things, even like a bourbon type of smell. It's like stuff that I would wear actually. That's what I'm smelling. There's one in particular that I really like a lot called Wonderwood, and something that smells like Wonderwood, that would actually, it would match with your vibration, your frequency, as well as Belial's, and it will allow him to kind of like intermesh with you in a more profound way in certain situations. Like that's what he's showing me. I know that probably sounds weird. And a star said, any chance you could see if there's any message for me from Lucifer? Yeah, I mean, I do. I see you claiming some things, or like probably it's claiming something or kind of standing up for yourself or for something that's really, really important to you. I don't know what that is, but it's something that seems like it might be something that's like been around for a long time, or like a challenge or issue, if you will, or whatnot, something revolving that type of thing. And that whatever that thing is, like, definitely stand firm in it, and that, you feel that you are justified in it, and that it is right, and that it is okay to feel the way that you do about it. And regardless of how other people feel about it, this is something that's important to you. And this year, it's something that you are not going to back down from or run away from anymore. Yeah. That. Hell yeah, Gustavo. That ritual is freaking coming up. And for all of you, that ritual, the Rite of Nuclear Vision, is coming up on the 28th, which is this Saturday night. You can still sign up for that ritual at my website at jdtemple.info. There is an offering for the ritual itself, and then you can also get a personal oracle card reading that will be inspired by channeling the energy of King Paimon right after the ritual. So that is still available. You can sign up up until about 8 p.m. Eastern time on December the 28th, Saturday, December the 28th. That ritual, stepping into the new timeline, and it's so crazy because we've been talking about timelines, we've been freaking hearing about portals opening, our world's been going crazy ever since I announced this ritual. Like literally, I announced the ritual and the whole world went to crazy. At least my world has, but it seems like everyone's has. At least my experience has gotten pretty crazy. And it just really, King Paimon was like, ha, 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 like I told you. Like I told you. I was like, yes, you did. So, yeah. Jose said, sounds good. I'll always be getting in my own way. Hey, dude, we all freaking do, man. We all do. We all do. Like, so don't worry about that. Like, that is totally normal and it's very easy to fix. And usually it is literally just a matter of and just taking it down a notch, dropping mind, taking all of your energy and just dropping it down a notch. Don't rush, you never, ever, ever have to rush. And take your time always. You can always take your time. Whenever you're in ritual, you don't need to have that sense of urgency. If you have that energy bringing it to it, the next thing you know, you are literally rushing, and then you're losing the connection that you have with the ritual space, with the spirit. Um, you can always just stop a ritual dead in its tracks if you need to, and take a second and take a moment and take a step back and chill, whatever you need to do. For so long, I was freaking famous for this, like beginning a ritual. And then as I'm going along, I'm noticing I'm speeding up and speeding up and speeding up. And now I'm rushing through it and I'm forcing the ritual. I'm like forcing it to happen instead of allowing it to like be born, instead of allowing it to like blossom and bloom organically and to like take the shape that it wants to take, right? I'm trying to like, trying to get to that finish line, trying to get to that ending point, like really just trying to get through it. And yeah, it comes from being nervous, it comes from anxiety, it comes from that overwhelming experience that comes with a demon manifesting in your ritual space. Yeah, I get it. Totally, absolutely. But you'll get to that point where majority of the time you'll be able to relax. Just in the beginning, just think to yourself, just, relax, take it slow, take it easy. Like, I want to make love to this ritual, right? I'm not going to grudge fuck it. I'm going to make love to it. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to do things right. And it doesn't matter if it takes all night long, right? Jose said, I've heard of people going into the woods naked to do rituals. I could never. Dude, I've done it in the broad daylight in random wooded areas. I would not recommend that anywhere near any schools or any kind of anything like that. Nowhere near anything like that, ever, never, ever, because you don't ever want to get falsely accused of weirdness and, get any kind of charge like that. But if you can do it safely, it is extremely liberating. It is a initiatory process that I do believe makes a difference in your path. So if you can't do that out in the woods, do that at home. It's just as fine to do that at home. And Miss Labyrinth and Void said, just curious, JD, when you gave me my reading and said you don't like giving these kind of messages, what did you mean? I don't know. I just don't want to stir up shit in people's lives. That's all I mean. Like, I don't want to pry and I don't want to, talk about stuff like that, in public or anything like that, that kind of thing. That's all. I just like to be careful how I speak. Hey, Star Tarot, what's up? You're welcome, Astara. I hope that helped and made sense for you. Star Tarot said, can you see what I need to know and what's hidden from me? Thanks. I actually don't think that there's anything that's hidden from you at the moment. I do feel like that you might think that there is, and there might be a reason for you to think that, but I feel like there's probably like one or two things, maybe one main one that you're referring to, but I think it's more of you worrying about certain things than it being reality. And basically, to trust your intuition, but to also think logically when that is appropriate. Like your intuition is definitely very strong and you're definitely very spot on with it, but also make room for logical thought and not relying totally on your intuition for everything. If that helps. Hopefully that helps. Avoid pikes, JT the Sage. Jay the Sage, bright solstice to you all. You too, you too. And Why Unknown said, I've been finding myself more drawn to work with King Paimon lately. Wow, me too, man, me too. Like, I hadn't really worked with him in quite a freaking while, and it was strange. He'd been on my mind like more and more and more here, like the past 3 or 4 months. And right when December hit, he came to me and was like, yo, I want to do a big timeline jumping ritual with you. And I was like, hell yeah. So, it's strange, I think collectively a lot of us are feeling that, if we're connected to him, his energy is strong. And of course too, if a lot of people happen to be working with him right now as well, that's certainly making his presence, his energy stronger here in this physical realm by being fed that time, attention, and whatever offerings of sacrifice that are given to him. Odo, hey JD, just stepping in to say what's up and love you. Merry Christmas. I got to go to work now for 2 hours of sleep. Later, man. You too, huh? I didn't get any last night, but if you got 2 hours, at least you got 2. Be careful at work, and I love you too, and Merry Christmas. And Jose Muniz says, last night I slept with Lucifer's sigil under my pillow and I barely got any sleep. This always happens when I sleep with sigils under my pillow. That's a great idea too. That's a great idea. Because, like when you do that, like you can really connect to them and have some pretty exciting lucid dreams. And also too, I think that it really just helps to kind of like psychically imprint their sigil into your energetic body, really, like being so close to it in that way. And there's like a vulnerability involved too, I think, when you're taking a demon sigil and you're placing it under your pillow and you're going to lay your head on it at night. It's showing trust, it's showing vulnerability, it's showing strength. I think that is certainly it's a great practice and it's a great way to align your energies with his. So shoot. Star Terra said, thank you, spot on. Hell yeah, dude. Awesome, man. Awesome. I'm glad I could help. Jay the Sage said, a bit unconventional, but would it be possible to get a reading for love, JD? More specifically when it comes to soulmate? Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I do feel that I don't know if you have a partner or not. I do feel someone that is in your energy, that is around you, that just loves you to death. That's for sure. I see this person looking up to you. I see this person being kind of like enamored with you. I see this person wanting to just be drenched in your energy. Um, I definitely see this person looking up to you, and I don't know, what that's all about. Um, if it's literal or both. It might be both. Um, I do feel that with that person, whoever that person is, it's definitely something that could be a long-term thing, at least 4 years. But it's something that will move fairly slowly for a period of time. And once it does become official, it'll be something that's pretty stable, and it'll be a great experience for both of you. And again, I do see it being long term. And when I say long term, at least 4 years, maybe 3 to 4, but I'm seeing 4, and it could go beyond that. But regardless, that would be a very significant relationship for you, one that will be etched in your soul forever. Twilight Sonalilla said, Infernal and luminous blessings. Happy holidays to you too, my friend. Good to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a long time. Joseph Eunice said, I always end up having weird dreams too. Yeah, man. And that's, like, I'm pretty convinced that for the most part, we're living whole other lives and existence in our dreams. There's something going on there with that. I haven't wrapped my head around it entirely, but that's a powerful realm. Aaron666 said, JD, should I feel bad? No one called me for Christmas in my family. I was with my mom and grandpa today. That's it. No, you shouldn't. And just know that all of those people, they are going through their own things. And I'm feeling with those people actually that like the spirits are protecting you and kind of keeping them out of your energy. It sounds like your grandpa and your mom really are the most important people, and that's your that's your tribe right there. These other people like may be able to be in your life to a greater degree in the future, but right now, whatever is in the way, it's not you, it's them. And really you're being protected from being drawn into that drama, or drawn into bad situations that wouldn't be good for you. You're being protected, and I know that comes off in a painful way because it seems like that maybe that like they don't care. It's not that; it's that they are overwhelmed and consumed with life. And when you're in those types of situations, you're not able to look outside of yourself, and you become extremely selfish, and that's what is happening with them. Hey, F Kitty, what's up? Great to see you. Jay the Sage said, thank you, JD. I really appreciate the reading. Yeah, man. I hope that helps you out, dude. F Kitty said, quite a turnout tonight. Hell yeah. Merry Christmas, everybody. And thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you all being here on Christmas. Absolutely, Aaron. Jose Muniz said, I've been working with Lucifer for over 2 years now. I need to be putting in more effort, though. I'm definitely going all out on my practices next year. Hell yeah. Yeah, me too. I'm going to be practicing much, much, much more. I was really only doing what I absolutely had to do. And most of that was for other people, like all the time. And nothing wrong with that. But I just was not looking out for myself. And that's a big thing too for 2025. Like this year, really and truly, you've got to look out for yourself. You've got to do it. You've got to do it. You just got to do it. And that is not being selfish. That is not being mean. That is not being rude. That is not being uncaring. That, really and truly, to not do this is being mean and is being uncaring and is being false and is being almost a liar. So we have to do what we have to do so that we can be good for ourselves and to be good for other people. And I want to add, it's not all about everything you in 2025. It is also about looking out for the people, putting your time and attention into the people that really do deserve it, that really are also matching your energy and putting their time, attention, and energy and effort back into wanting a relationship with you. Certainly, when you have those levels of reciprocation, that is great to put your energy into that. Be putting your energy into you. But don't continue to put energy into people, places, and things that are only going to rob you of everything. F. Kitty said, went out hiking. Nature makes the holiday better. And you are so right about that. And you suggested that to me. I have gotten out in nature in the woods a little bit yesterday. I'm actually going to go on a nature hike either with my daughters, either tomorrow or Friday. I'm going to take them to a place called Point of Rocks Park, and we're going to paint a bunch of little rocks and hide those and stuff. They like to do that, and I'm going to make a little picnic for them and shit. So yeah, that's going to be so nice. And to get out there in the woods and to walk over the I guess it's like a reservoir. It has like a little plank walk over it with like cattails and stuff everywhere. It's really cool. Jose Munez said, it's really cool how spot on you are about Lucifer always being around me. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, dude. Aaron666 said, I'm sending you all good energy. Tell me if you feel it. Yeah, dude. Absolutely. Absolutely, dude. I can feel the warmth. I can feel the love, dude. And thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. Why Unknown said, I have this chunk of aura quartz. Been having a few interesting reactions with it. Had it on me during a meditation and felt my body heightened. Any thoughts? Wow. Yeah, for sure, man. I think that that aura quartz seems like it was stimulating all of your chakras, and even quite possibly like opening them and balancing them. And I think that you were quite possibly like, it feels like to me that you were like stimulating a Kundalini awakening. Jeremiah Smith said, I definitely feel it, Aaron. Hell yeah. What's up, Jeff? Jeff said, hello, JD. Finally captured a live stream. Haven't been in one for so long. Great to see you, Jeff, man. I hope you're doing well, dude. Hope you haven't been working too hard. It's always good to see you, man. F. Kitty said, if you don't refill the well, all you will have for others is crumbs, and they will keep you drained to the point that is all you have. Got to stop the drain to be able to energize a better world. Yeah, well said, F. Kitty, for sure. For sure, for sure. I think we can all relate to that one, no matter who we are. Nina Mystic Truther said, hi, Jeff. And F. Kitty said, hi, Jeremiah. Miss Labyrinth in the Void. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Miss Labyrinth in the Void said, when you replied to my last question, the stream glitched out in a slow motion as you replied. No way. Whoa. I don't think it was a coincidence, so I sent you a short email. No pressure to respond. Felt it was a sign. I got you. I'll respond to you. Give me... All right. It'll probably happen tomorrow because this is crazy. I literally have like 5 weeks of emails to check tomorrow. I was in such a bad state that I just can't even tell you. I was going to do it today and I was able to do it, but I was like, dude, it's so many. I need to like devote the day to it. So tomorrow morning, the first half of my day is going to be answering emails. So yeah, I would definitely reply to your email for sure. That's weird though, that I was glitching out during a message like that. I think you're right. That's definitely a sign of some interference, definitely a sign that they don't want you to hear this message. But we'll get you the message, damn it. They cannot stop us. Nina the Mystic said, have a good night, folks. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Nina. And we look forward to seeing you soon. Aaron666 said, you have a good night, Nina. Lori said, I'm glad you are spending time with your daughters. Yeah, me too. It's so awesome. I mean, literally and truly, like, I was like estranged from them for so long. When I really had lost my freaking mind and I was like on meth so bad. And I had to get through all of that and then just kind of get into a place to where I could even try to start over again with them. And, you know, my three daughters are 16, 13, and 10. And it's just such beautiful ages. And, you know, thank goodness they just love me so much. And they, at this point in time, aren't holding these last 6 to 8 years against me. It's not like I never saw them. I just didn't see them much. And my state of mind and beingness wasn't really the best or appropriate to be around them anyway. So it was just sad, but like, I'm so grateful to have the second chance. And it's one that, you know, I'm not going to squander. And, you know, I've always taken care of my daughters, you know, financially, like, very, very, very well. And I know that that is not the most important thing at all, but I've always made sure of that, you know, and that's no easy task, you know, that's like $1,000 a month minimum. And, you know, I never let them down in that way, but unfortunately, I was such a wreck. I had no choice but to step out of their lives for a while because I knew that I was just going to really make it harder for them than it needed to be. And it's really difficult to know and realize when you're just not good for someone, especially someone that you love more than anything in this world, to just realize that you're not good. But, you know, typically it's like, you know, it's just like not good in that moment, you know, or not good right now. It doesn't mean not good forever. Like, people do heal, people do change, people wake up. And if you really truly love them, give them the space, give them the room to grow and heal, and give them the opportunity to wake up. And give them the opportunity to pick up where they left off. You know, if they're really worth it, if they mean anything to you, you know, that's what you'll do. Because life is hard, life is messy, and depending on the decisions that we make, we can be plunged into timelines that are so difficult and so hellish, and you could stay there for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. You know, you can avoid years and years of pain and struggle, you know, but at the same time, that pain and that struggle is how we learn and how we grow, and it's necessary. As much as it hurts, it is such a vital part of our human experience and our overall growth, like, especially spiritually speaking. But god damn it, it hurts, doesn't it? Fuck. Aaron said, JD, do you see me winning big at the casino next week? I do not feel that. No. I feel like if you go there, I don't see you winning big. Unfortunately, no. F. Kitty said, Aaron, the one-armed bandits are programmed to drop a decent winning every 84 pulls to keep people at it. Yep, right. And if they change the dealer, run away. Anyone else seen the number 22 a lot lately? I haven't been seeing 22. I always do see 444 and 444 a lot, but I haven't been seeing 22. Aaron said, should I go or not? Oh, And then Jada Sage said, absolutely, JD. What matters is that you were still involved in their lives. You're a good dad. Keep up the great work. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, you know, like me not being there and not being present was never, ever because I didn't want to be. Never. Not for a second. I just was not, I was not suitable. And I refused to subject them to that level of psychopathy and insanity at that time. I just couldn't do it. And I'm still getting over that, you know. I still feel strange, you know, around my whole entire family. But y'all know about that. I bet y'all all know about that. You know, like the black sheep of the family. All of y'all, all of you here. Why Unknowns have been seeing 11:11 more. I have definitely been seeing 11:11 more. I will say that. I have definitely been seeing 11:11 a lot more than I have in a long time. Aaron said I might be due 200 on red. Oh, shit. Avoids Pike said at F Kitty, I learned the hard way to take only 40. Mrs. Morticia said I had to take a phone call. What I miss? Man, you missed all kinds of good shit, Mrs. Morticia. We were just throwing it down up in here. But no, I don't think you missed anything too crazy. But good to see you're back. And F Kitty said it would be a good opportunity to have a spirit help you bend the odds. Yeah, I never I can't even think of his damn name right now. Shit.